So, hello everyone, it's time for Depressed Joe. Yeah, soul, it's a soul Nomad. Nomad Joe here, his soul is broken. Soul Nomad game, yeah. It's just like, that's him and he's all sad. As I said last week, I really hope they explained why, right? The ending last season really didn't build up this at all, right? You know, so my guess is the boy is dead, right? Or he's kind of his disciple, kind of son, right? That someone has like killed him or something. They talked about like a match, but it feels like something like that because he wasn't that sad last episode at all. And yes, his mentor, master, kind of died, right? But he wasn't that sad over it, and he knew he were friends and so on. So it's like, why is he completely obsessed with that now, right? And dreaming about him and so on. That seems kind of strange. But yeah, I think they have to deliver on a convincing why he, dropped out, right? I also find it kind of strange because he's like uber famous, and instead of making money on that, on his fame, he's like, because he does money, right? He's like addicted in his money. Instead of making money on his fame, he's like, I'm gonna fight on the streets. That thing is stupid, though. that is stupid, and I don't at all. And this I have no problem saying. I really find it really stupid. I mean, really stupid, right? That the older characters, except of course the older boxer, recognized it. That was stupid because there's one thing, if I'm out on the street, right, and I see this like famous soccer player, I might recognize them, right, because I'm not in soccer that much. But maybe, right? But if I don't, it's like whatever. But if you're really into soccer, these people like betting on soccer, into it. These people that really love that sport. How can they not recognize like one of the most famous, players in that sport, right? So I find it really silly that he's fighting in these underground battles. These like really, into boxing people are there, and no one recognizes him. That premise doesn't make any sense because he looks almost exactly the same. It's like a beard now. Oh my god, it's a beard! Who could this famous guy be with the afro and the fighting style? So especially because he's fighting, they will recognize his fighting style, right? So that I think is just stupid. But whatever was episode, so 3, 2, 1, and go. But that is weird. This doesn't believe at all that they can't recognize him. Of course, he hit the wolf and so on last episode. But they need to like motivate me to believe in that this would be so broken. Could be his dad there, same hairstyle, same kind of. Come on, they look super familiar. They're super similar. He's leaving on beer. Man, this Megalo boy, eh? That could be his disciple, of course. Megalo boy could be him, right? Otherwise. Someone's hot wiring his bike, I guess. Some bastard stealing his bike. Some kid too. Man. His life is just crap! Some random kid steals his bike, he's like... Oh, of course, like, no there. Oh, is it like... That's like implied? I'm telling you that those kids are bad. Okay, now he's gonna tell him where he lives. Okay, fine. He's paying. Okay, fine. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Opening. Here we go. Because it was the opening last week, right? It's kind of like a weird special. And opening 1 is really good. Opening 1 is fantastic. This one looks way more sad though, but this is more like just depressing Joey on his adventure. But I wonder if he's even gonna go put the Megalo back to the Megalo books. I kind of would like if he stays out in the desert and just does stuff, Okay, there's no lyrics. I guess not. I guess no lyrics. Just a guy who saw this episode. I wondered if he's even gonna go back, to the big fight, right? Like I think I prefer like the opening here, so he's just gonna live out here in the, I don't know, like the desert kind of bad area, right, and never go to the city again. And it's like, the opening is lazy though, animation style, because they're used. They're just reusing what we've seen previously. I mean, the opening is, it's just like, it's either scenes from episode season 1, or it is episode 1 scenes. So the opening almost had like 0 new screens. It was purely his old animation style. So that was really lazy though. Yeah, the opening wasn't. The opening 1 I think is way better, honestly. I would say opening 1 is better. Better music. I mean, that opening 1 is really good. But yeah, he towards the guy that stole his bike. Yeah. Can they pay though? But yeah, I guess it's like, if you lose your money. And they live at this amusement park. And just party all day. Well, yeah, I guess like other people there too though. It's not just the kids now, it's other people too. Here we go. Of course, he's the Nomad getting revenge. But there's like teenagers. They're not very threatening to him. He's like, yeah. Not very threatening to feel. I guess he sold it here, right? As I said earlier, it wouldn't surprise me the whole season. It's just Joe. Could it be his sister, maybe? Mom? Kind of similar, right? Yeah, the kid, it could be probably his mom, right? Neshan or Kashan. Looks like she could be his parent here. Yeah, it's like, stupid kid, yeah! She's hot though. Man. I kinda wanna see, Joe, smash someone. I kinda wanna see Joe smashing a ladies and having some fun instead of the classic smashing he does, yeah. The old fighting. Nice. But I guess she's like probably his mom or big sister. But yeah, Joe has issues, clearly. He's like, I need to ride. I need my stuff, Yeah, I need his fixed, right? It's like a... Man, this guy, he's this is really sad, man. It's like a sad, season 1 there. Well, it is true though that Joe probably has a lot of, head trauma. Joe certainly has a lot of head trauma. Definitely. Oh, he's back, yeah. His new mentor guy. The guy who was the last episode. He's definitely him. You see his dreads there. Yeah, he's back. Kid? No, he's hesitating. Satcho is probably dead for here. I feel it's gone, right? I think that's why he's so broken down. He lost Satcho, right? Yeah, he lost the kid. Lost his disciple, kind of slash son, right? Probably why. I like how he looks so pale now. It's a nice detail there. Like his face was like his I mean, now it looks less paid, right? So it's interesting kind of this graphical fix on that. Nice lady though, of course. Older sister, maybe a cousin, right? Something like that. I think some birds, it's like some wood birds is crafted here. Oh man, this is sad, man. And immediately he's like, oh, oh man, this is sad. And immediately when he wakes up, he's like, oh, I need this shit immediately. Yeah, come on, yo. Like, and the coffee appeared this crap, but immediately when he's up, he's like, oh, I need my fix, man. That is sad. That is sad, man. That is really sad, yo. That is really sad. But maybe it could be a love interest. I don't know. She's very attractive at least. So you got that going for her. She's nice and very attractive. Not maybe he's a good parent though. I mean, her son is kind of a maybe younger brother, but you know what I mean. He's kind of a rascal, so. But otherwise though. Yeah, I guess who's living there, I guess. Probably the other guy, you know, yeah. Probably the boy. Ooh, nice asset. But yeah, probably the other boxer, of course. Most likely. Okay. Marla. I shipped them. No! Okay, son. Yes, his son. But yeah. Because, I mean, she's very attractive. Could be like... You could be her brother, right? Just given, you know, how rich it is. But yeah, it's not. Okay, so now, of course, they're gonna try to, you know, destroy it, right? Of course. They want to destroy the land, right? I think this is gonna be the storyline, right? That he's gonna help people more. Yeah, he's gonna help people to fight the evil government or whatever, right? That fits a lot more like what's gonna happen in this arc here. Yeah, last episode there wasn't really any like plot. It's just Joe being depressed, right? And being, you know, of course delirious. Yeah, I mean, obviously, because you saw his hair, but I mean, this is probably the main general plot, right? This season, he's gonna like help people to, I don't know, help these poor people, right? Or generally fight the government. You know what I mean? It's just fixing the world in his own way, you know, like a chaotic good guy, probably. Two weeks. Well, one way could be that Joe buys it if he gets the money from boxing, right? That could be a typical storyline. What if Joe, if Joe boxes, makes a lot of money, gets like a typical evil yakuza. Yeah, definitely, like a typical Japanese gang. Very much so. See? His strategy is to buy the land. He's the chief, of course. But I think that Joe is gonna fight to buy the land, right? That makes sense, definitely. Certainly. Joe is gonna fight to get to help them. Mikasa Tsukasa, definitely. I guess they're possibly mixed, yeah. So this is like, I mean, I guess this is like in USA. So it's undefined in this anime. Like, where are we? I guess it's like he's somewhere in like California, maybe, Texas. Yeah, I guess Nevada, perhaps. California makes sense given the city in episode 1, of course. Yes, he's trying to buy the land, right? He has so money saved up there. But okay, Joe, I guess is gonna have some, Megalo boy tournament, right? If he wins that, he can have them buy the land. This is pretty clear. And they have some kind of, what is it called now again? The death thing. Oh, I'm blanking right now here. This is the movie thing. They're blanking right now here, but oh my god. My truck, kid. I can always sleep in my truck, man. It's like, as long as I have my truck, it's fine. But I kind of wish you would explain why you're always so depressed, though. Honestly, before this thing. I'm not. So yeah, because I fight for my people, right? Yeah. My son was a fan. See, why is he the only guy that has like a bear, any kind of awareness of the reality? Like everyone else should recognize him. He's like the famous guy. See, this guy recognizes his name at least, but he looks exactly the same. Come on. So he's the only one that has son that was like, oh, this clearly Gilles Joe, right? The other kids recognize him too, right? I do think that's like that is very, plot convenient that no one recognizes him. It's kind of forced, I suppose. It's pretty clear what this story. I mean, this is basically North America, right? They're like in USA and they're like something like that. And it's trying to buy the land, but I mean, that Joe's gonna fight to get the money for them. That seems to be where else did the storyline go with this, right? Yeah, exactly. So then Joe's gonna win instead, right? If he can, but try at least. They only have 2 weeks on them, so like he has to do it pretty quickly here. I feel he's gonna go around and hit people, right? Because this might not be a whole arc. Or the season, I mean. It might be like a few minis at this, right? He might be able to help in that episode. I mean, honestly, if it's 2 weeks, say Joe wins this fight, gives him the money, this might resolve this thing in 2 episodes, right? Then episode 4, it might be other people. So I could see them like going through different arcs, maybe, like mini arcs. Depends on how much money they need if he can win this, right? But it's given the only 2 weeks on them. He can't like spend. This is like, I guess, like an abandoned skyscraper in probably California. His voice is actually pretty familiar to me. Miyu. Gonna. Oh, here we go. Some hardcore. Oh yeah, some hardcore criminals. So now they're getting in trouble here. I mean, yeah, like exactly some kind of guy. But that's probably the guy we saw earlier in the car then. I mean, not him, but his probably them. I mean, we saw a guy that looks like some kind of Oya bean, right? It's probably his guys here. There was a guy earlier in the car. Probably works with. He's probably the leader of these people, right? There's a gang here. Can't take him on, of course. I mean, she's a typical attractive, desperate mother, right? You can't take her money. Come on. What a main character would he be if he takes the money right from the classic, like, you know, waifu character? Come on, that would be absurd if he like takes her money. Then the other anime I'm watching then. I guess it would be like competent wheeling points. But it's like, what kind of anime would that be if he just like takes the money right from the single mom? That would be really strange. That would be some top douchebag main character. I guess his wife and son there. Yeah. But here we go back to the oil bin, I guess. Okay, what's the plan now then? Like, scared of its music? We're gonna blast with our music? I don't know. But yeah, exactly, because that's the guy next to him, right? We saw him, yeah. Tatsu. So Mr. Hivakawa is clearly some kind of oil bin. Making his money on the dark side, right? He's probably gonna offer them a deal, I think. Very classic douchebag. Yeah. It's like, she like screams immediately. It's like classic. Yeah, man could not recognize him. But here left though, actually, so. Oh, of course, the son is the one too. I guess the puppy. Typical bad guy. Yeah, the puppy can be like, yeah, we're done here, chief. Very iconic bad guy there. Yeah, he has a little dog there, like, yes. It feels like Joe's gonna go back and help them, right? He's gonna fight another random. Keeps taking his stuff, right? I say again, you need to get the freaking episode explaining his backstory, or what happened between that. Kinda. But I mean, yes, but he knew that already, right? This is what I mean. Didn't he already know that in the last season, and he wasn't depressed over it, really? So, I mean, he wasn't happy about it, but he wasn't like completely this. I don't know. Like, it feels weird. I still think that Sashio, you know, the kid, I think that's a kicker. I still feel is that because I mean, he was reading about Sashio earlier, right? I still feel it's gonna be that the kid is dead or something. That's gonna be the kicker. Why he's like that he saw him dying or something afterwards. Something weird with the kid happened, or maybe the other kids they had there. Or Yuri. I don't think Yuri had that for him. But I mean, also I guess if Yuri is dead too, I suppose that could be something. Yeah, it's gonna join in a fight, right? I'm gonna train together here. Yeah, training montage. Eye of the tiger. It's like it's time to go and train. Come on. Yes, drop that. Yeah, he has to stop. Of course, gonna throw away the issue. Yeah, and maybe cut away his beard and yeah, no, I like the beard. I like the hot beard, man. Real man has beard, man. The ending was last week, right? Yeah, the ending was last week. There was no opening though. But the opening, I have to say I found it lazy, right? I don't probably saying that because yeah, it's not previous one. The last, like what? The last end, the new ending. I mean, the last season, I suppose. I mean, the ending. It's just the ending. It's the musical thing. There's nothing there, right? The opening. How to say it? The opening is just rehashed scenes. So the opening was, it is either season 1 scenes, or it's like, you know, here's the fight from episode 1, right? So the opening is kind of, yeah, it's from like a productional standpoint, it's definitely a low beat because it's just old scenes. I mean, yeah, okay, it's like one scene, kind of black and white scene, but I mean, 80% or so, it's like this is the scene with the wolf, you know, because this is like last episode, right? This is like this is the part of the opening here. This was last episode. So I would say about 80-90% of the opening is just rehashed of old scenes. Yeah, this is the fight, of course, we had last episode of the opening. It's actually kind of weird because that guy, I mean, I guess he is his new friend here in season, but still, he had a lot of other fights, of course, in previous season. So, and you know, and then we kind of see, you know, yeah, like Sashio in the opening and so on. So it's like, but this is all old scenes, right? This is all. He's probably dead though, but yeah. But I mean, yeah, the opening didn't impress me. It really didn't. Yeah, the opening didn't impress me. It's because it's like, oh, here's just all old scenes. But anyway, the episode though, I like it a lot more than episode 1. Episode 1 is kind of like you're always depressed and life is shit, right? Here instead, I think to kind of give you that kind of classic heroic, Nomad, but heroic, chaotic good guy. He kind of travels around the planet. I guess they're in like California, maybe. Like maybe Texas, something like that, but probably like California. And of course he's gonna help these poor people, right? Help them with getting the land and, you know, protect them from the evil, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily call them capitalist, but it's more like, because it seems to be more driven by corruption, right? More than pure capitalism. It's more like maybe capitalist issues, but I mean, given that the guy like the Mr. Tanaka, whatever his name was, you know, he's like, yes, with his fierce, this dog too, he's like, yes, you have your chief. So I mean, that guy is clearly a kind of, you know, organized underground crime lord kind of guy. So it seems to be a little more fishy than it's not purely like they can't afford it or whatever. It's clearly something more that there's some, like, you know, yeah, criminal under control syndicate, something. I mean, what I mean is that the storyline is probably going to be more than just, oh, we can't afford this land because of, you know, taxes or whatever. No, it's probably more like, no, there's some kind of, you know, evil underground corruption system, and, you know, that's like, there's something more to it. There's a lot of crime and so on, you know, there's something more to it. Because they're kind of living in like a half dystopian future, right? So we kind of half the planet is destroyed-ish, right? So it's more like that. But anyway, this clearly gives us some more purpose now. It's going to help them make the money, right, to protect their life there at the park and buy it. So I like that storyline. As I said earlier, beginning of the episode, I kind of hope he stays, you know, traveling around, living out in the outskirts. I hope he does that versus going back to like this, you know, mega city we had season 1. I kind of would like it more if it just stays just traveling around, saving people in harm, right, and not really going for the bigger fame, whatever. It's more like this no-named hero that travels the land and helps the, you know, victims, right, from the evil, you know, like I said, over corrupted government or whatever. That is more interesting to me. So that being said, as I said earlier in the director's report, I could definitely see him actually helping him in 1 or 2 episodes, right? I don't see why this storyline would be 2 episodes. I really don't, because if they win and he has calculated the fair value, they could probably do 1 episode for a fight and 1 episode fighting, you know, the crime lord, right? That's like 2 episodes, unless they're gonna train 1 episode. But even with that, that's like 3 episodes. What more would they do otherwise except having really slow pacing? I guess if it's like a lot of fights, I guess, but I don't think so in this anime. I don't think they're gonna do like a tournament. It's gonna be like 10 fights, and you know, I don't think so. So I kind of hope that they do resolve this in like 2-3 episodes, honestly, because I'd rather see him kind of, you know, travel around, right, than fixing different issues of the world. I think that would be a more interesting plotline. I mean, it's called Nomad after all, right? Like he enters one city, fixes that right, kind of classic. I don't know, MacGyver, kind of Steven Seagal kind of feel to it, you know. He's like, I like the environment here, yeah. People are trying to destroy the rainforest. Yeah, that kind of character more. That is more interesting. So maybe you can have like 2-3, up to suppose 4 mini arcs. Maybe they all even come together somehow. I think about that more, but maybe it's just gonna be he's gonna have and live with them and marry this hot babe, right? So maybe it's just gonna be one arc here, and he's gonna live with them and, you know, get a wife and so on. Might be, right. Otherwise, I mean, she's hot, right? So I mean, she's goddamn attractive. I mean, she's goddamn a babe. So I mean, the storyline definitely got that going for it, that he gets like a waifu, which is a very attractive. Yeah, very attractive female. She clearly likes him. I mean, but I mean, he's doing that. You know what they call it? Like the most, you know, iconic kind of classic. What do we say, right? Let's take a good image of her. What's the best image of her? Maybe when he wakes up and takes care of him. She's a nice lady there. Helps Joe when he's in the and so on. The flowers. I'm trying to find the best image of hot waifu here. Hot new wife. That was one of the hottest female characters this season. Yeah. What's the best image of her? I'm sorry, I was like, what's the best image? The man good scene with her. What's the best scene when she kind of approaches him? Maybe when he reacts to money. Maybe. I mean, her oppas are massive too. That's also a good part of it. But probably slaps her son, probably. Yeah, like, classic. Like he smacks him with the gear. I mean, first she slaps him up when he enters, and then she kind of knocks. But yeah, but then she really like smacks him. Yeah, first she's like, then she's like, then she really knuckle smash. Yeah, then she really punches him. That's a brutal scene. Yeah, then she's like, bam! Yeah, you pay for this man's gear. Yeah, it's really, really whacks it. That's a beautiful scene. Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, like that. That's some good mom. There's some good teaching there. Really whacks it, but yeah, a nice set of girls there. But I hope Joe's gonna smash her, right? I mean, I kind of joking. No, but I genuinely mean it, because Joe never had any romance in season 1. I don't think it's necessary for the anime, but it means like, yeah, he never had any romance, right? And now he's down on his luck, right? He's all depressed, you know, and so on, right? So, you know, meeting a nice lady and having some, you know, family fun time could be a way, of course, to cure his depression, right? You know, if he gets a girlfriend or a wife and so on, right? I mean, absolutely. I don't mean it. And she's clearly very attractive. And that being said, though, the actual storyline, it is quite cliche, though, to be honest, right? I mean, you know, her son is a delinquent, steals his bike, right? He goes after him. He forgives her son, kinda, right? She's all, you know, oh no, I'm sorry, I owe you this much money. How can I, you know, how can I, you know, thank you for, you know, letting me have this money? Obviously, she owes Joe money, right? And even more money that she couldn't even afford, right? So of course she might be like, maybe I can, you know, we can work some deal out, you know, young man, you know. That can feel too good, right? And of course, in the end, Joe is still like, no, I won't take your money, because he knows she's like a poor single mom, right? And of course she's in love with Joe now. Come on, obviously. No, but come on. Like, it is a cliche storyline, though, you know. Nomad, the single mom, you know, helps him out, you know, refuses to take her money, right? Hugs him, you know, flirts with him, right? I mean, the scene here where she's trying to give him money, and he refused it. I mean, this is like, you know, textbook, like, I would say 90s and 80s, you know, romance, right? Yeah, now she's like super in love with him as he reacted to her money, right? Of course, she's like, I have to marry this man now, you know, and he's gonna raise my son and so on. That feels like any of these, you know, classic 80s, 90s movies, you know what I mean? It really does. So the episode was good, but it's super cliche though. But it really reminds me of, you know, like a Seagal movie, or like some, as I mentioned, like a MacGyver episode, right? A-teams, this kind of like, you know, 80s heroes. They kind of travel around the planet and, you know, they help people in need of, you know, or evil, corrupted company or whatever, right? Help them out. you know, the single mom, whatever. The lady falls for the hero and tries to replace him. And he's like, no, I can't take your money. I'm a good guy. I don't need money, lady. And then she's all like, oh, I can give you all the stuff instead. You know, come on, like it's super classic stuff. It really is a cliche storyline, though. Don't get me wrong. It really is cliche. It's good, but it's cliche. So it's very predictable, and that's right. He was gonna like reject her money, and then she's instead gonna like fall in love with Joe, right? And hug him and try to kiss him, whatever. Yeah, of course, that's like a no. You know what I mean? It's so predictable. It really is. And now she's like, oh, yo, what a man. You know, yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's predictable like crazy. It is really predictable, but it's pretty good. But let's see, it's a whole episode, a whole season. As I mentioned earlier, I do hope that they actually have more than one arc. If it's gonna be the whole season of him just staying at this one place, you know, just fighting for these people in their park and having their life out, then he better marry this lady. Yeah, if it's gonna be the whole season of only these people and of him nomading around, right, given the name, I kind of expect him to go around the planet, right, or the country, whatever. He better marry this lady, better put a ring on that finger. If this is the whole season of him only meeting her and her son and so on, then he better gotta marry her and adopt her son, right? Yeah, better do it. Because otherwise, he's kind of wasteful of spending like 12 episodes with this family, right? He better marry her if it's gonna be one season. There's one thing here, guys. I wanna look at Megalo box, see if we can find it. It probably is not. It's probably not noted anywhere. I'm just wondering who is doing that Miu. So Marla is. Wait, so Marla is done by like what's a Russian name? Maybe it's on the wrong site there. What? I love it. No, it's okay. So I found the voice actor for Marla. Okay. Then like I found a voice actor for Marla, and so I got to her site. It's like I was gonna watch Miu actually, what Miu was doing. But so I got this is the voice actor for Marla. Okay, on the site, right? Her site, and that is like her like you know you can listen to different voice lines she's done, right? You can listen to different voice lines, and this is like really. And then it's like big Oppai sister. I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, what? So here it is, right? Yeah, it's like, yeah. It's like, what? This is probably a better version, yeah. It's like, okay. So this is her website. I was trying to find her just who's doing the son, but yeah, I just love how like, oh, like this is the first thing you can find. Woman. It's like big Oppai sister. Female woman warrior. I mean, it's like translating it, but yeah, Kasuku's mom. It's like sounds some kind of Tomodachi, my best friend. I just like that. I just love that's like her first, you know, profile is like, oh, wanna hear me being a big Oppai sister? Is like, of course you are. But yeah, so Marla is. That's Marla then, and she's also voiced nothing else here. Okay, interesting. That's Miu Hinojumi. Huh? Haven't seen anything that person has done. Not according to this list. I just can recognize the son for some reason, but I was like I can't really say who she was doing. I'm trying to figure out if she's done anything else. Her name is Yumi Hino. But no, tell me anything. I guess just usually, you know, I always can recognize the voice actors, but I guess this just sounds. But yeah, this actor has done like nothing at all. Actually, surprisingly, like only one other anime in total. Like so, I guess I just heard someone else voice actor. I'll say one thing though. Last point. When it comes to voice acting, sometimes you know you definitely hear people. And it's like they are trying, you know, to like sound like older actors, right? I'm not saying she's doing that, but I'm saying that it's pretty common, I think, for like shonen anime and so on, that you have someone and then they like probably told them that, okay, you're gonna sound like, you know, like Luffy. You're basically like a Genki Luffy, and then okay, so they try to sound like, you know, the Luffy or Goku or whatever. That I feel is very common, especially in shonen. Yeah, they're probably telling them like, oh, this character, you kind of like, you're similar to this anime, you know, you're a Sundra, sound like do the Sundra voice thing, I think that's pretty common, I think, in the anime, definitely. Where you can hear a voice actor that you heard before, and she usually sounds, you know, this way, but now she's like told to probably be a Genki Sundra. Okay, she's doing the Genki Sundra. It's kind of Moe cast, right? Especially in shonen and in, you know, Moe animes, they have like a very typical tropey, you're gonna be this thing. But anyway, I do hope that, if these characters are gonna stay the whole goddamn season, he better marry Marla. He better freaking marry her, else it's a bit pointless, right?